Tip number 2, seek help. You got to seek help. Now, let me speak from my experience. There are multiple times where I went to detox and rehab and I got a smidge of clean time, and then I come right out and I go right back to exactly what I did before I asked for help, right? See, the problem was I'm safe in these environments. There's no people, places, things. There's no triggers. There's nobody fighting with me. There's a very easy, place to get some clean time, right? Then I come back out and don't have the safety and foundation of these programs and these safe houses, essentially, where I can be clean and sober, right? So I started to realize every time I come out and I fail that I needed to pursue the recovery, right? So let me get into some of what it looked like for me in my recovery. So number 1, I went to detox. I think I stayed there 10 days, and then I went to a 28-day residential live-in treatment program. Man, I could not be trusted. I didn't feel like I could trust myself. I had to learn how to function. Never mind brush my teeth. Oh yeah, I should shower. Oh my gosh, I need to eat. Am I drinking enough water? Did I sleep? My sleep was so messed. And so for a portion of time, the doctor, have a good healthcare practitioner who can help you through those things. Because insomnia, I had crippling anxiety. I couldn't even go get myself cigarettes at the time. I would just be frozen at the door, paralyzed with anxiety. Not being able to sleep. My brain was trying to figure out life without substances and was so painful, so difficult. And one of the things my doctor and I decided for my journey was that for a year, we wouldn't medicate. We wouldn't treat the anxiety. The sleep, that was a different situation because I need sleep so I could take care of my kids. But anyways, so I've done probably, I would say 6, 7, 8, I don't even know how many parenting classes. I've done Changing Pathways, which is preventing domestic violence. That was a 16-week program. I did Understanding Anger Management. I've had to do extensive life skills. I've done lots of follow-up recovery, so structured relapse prevention, so that's 8 weeks. Some of the things that we looked at were identifying triggers, stages of change, post-acute withdrawal syndrome, coping with emotions, identifying emotions, anger management strategies, assertiveness, boundaries, healthy living, healthy relationships, discovering your unique purpose. Now, in 8 weeks, you're not going to get all that down pat, okay? So what you do, I took all this information, some of this I need to, I'm going to put that on the shelf later. I ain't going to get to it right now. But this, I need to learn about. So then I would take that information and I would go to my therapist. By the way, I've had all different kinds of helpers in my life. So I've had life coaches, counselors, psychologists. I've had, what's the other one? Clinical social workers. So pretty much, I would say 6 of the 7 years of my recovery, a big substantial amount of time, I have had somebody to check in with, whether it's a mentor, spiritual mentor. Even in my program, I took a life skills, life coaching diploma. And the whole program is us counseling each other and learning to hold space and all this stuff, right? So learning all these skills, and then I in turn can use for myself, right? So I love that program so much. Matter of fact, I actually extended it and did the wellness counselor diploma. So all of this to be said is what? Okay, so first things first, I needed help to get the clean time. Then I needed help to maintain the clean time, right? So that's the free program at NAAA, whatever that looks like. There's even Celebrate Recover. There's all different kinds of things. But my encouragement to you is to find what works for you, right? Because every single one of our recovery is going to look different. And so you need to deep dive. See, this is the thing nobody talks about. You need to deep dive and find out who you are and what works for you and what you want, So when I realized, I don't want to be a violent person anymore, well, guess what? I had to go deep dive all that. Why do I get violent? Well, okay, well, what happens? Well, all of a sudden, I have a trigger, And then there's this window of tolerance I didn't know about for many, many years. But what happens when I get angry or I get violent or I get whatever, I fly out of this window of tolerance. Now I got to learn coping skills to get me back in the window of tolerance where I can manage and maintain life. And that is the process. Okay. Now let's take that a step further, right? And what we're going to do with therapists is this. Okay. I need to understand what is happening for me. I can't be derailed off this. And then I actually had to do deeper work, which was like, okay, is this a present day trauma? Is this past? Something coming up biting your ass. So many things. So neural pathways and all breath work and like grounding. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much work has gone in to getting to this point, you know? And I don't want to say it to discourage you, but let me tell you this. I use so much energy to stay high and stay broken and run from my problems and run from my pain and all of this. And it got me nowhere. So if you want recovery, long-term recovery, you really want to change your life, you actually have to show up to do the work to change your life. And this is some of the things that I had to do, you know, and what does my recovery look like now? Well, I don't go to any meetings and stuff anymore. I still check in with my spiritual mentor. I still like deep dive into my relationship with the Lord. All those kinds of things. I'm doing online programming. So like I'm actually starting a class next week to continue because I want the professional counselor diploma, and that's another year. So anyways, lots and lots of work. Seek help. Long story short, seek help.